Hey guys, long time no see. I haven't uploaded a video in a month and that is insane. I've never gone this long without uploading anything. So I'm just gonna give you some of my excuses. First off, I haven't been reading very much. I don't know why, I just haven't been able to get into anything. So since this channel is revolved around books, it's kind of hard to film videos when you're not reading anything. And then I haven't really been wanting to film videos either, just because, I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood, and I don't like to film videos if I'm not in the mood to film a video, because then it just comes across weird. But luckily today I'm in the mood, and I'm definitely going to start making videos regularly again, because I just love YouTube so much and I miss it. But today I'm just making a video telling you about all the recent TV shows I've been watching. And I say recently, but really some of these aren't that recent. I used to make favorites videos, but I haven't made them in a really long time. But in those videos I would talk about the TV shows I liked, and the last one I made was a really long time ago, and I remember I talked about Arrow, and I've watched so many TV shows since then. So I'm just gonna talk about all the ones I've watched since then. Also, sorry if you can see like weird fake tan stuff. Right there, I can see it. I don't know about anywhere else. I had fake tan on and it's just kind of like come off, and I'm too lazy to scrub it off. So it's just gone really patchy and weird. So the first TV show I'm gonna talk about, I watched last August, I think, and that is The OC. For my last birthday, I had asked for the DVDs of the show because I just knew I was gonna love it. So I got the DVDs and I just binge watched them all with my niece Brianna, and we loved it. I would give the show 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should. It is now on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, definitely go watch it there. And this show, I guess, is like a family drama. It is revolved around this boy named Ryan, and he gets into some trouble and he is at juvie or jail or something. And then there is Sandy Cohen, who is a lawyer, I believe, and he sees Ryan and sees something in him, brings him home. Sandy has a son named Seth that is around the same age, and Seth and Ryan bond and they have the cutest little relationship. And Ryan meets a girl named Marissa, and then Ryan helps Seth talk to his longtime crush Summer, and it's just adorable. It has wonderful romantic relationships, both of them I love, and it has really great friendships and also family relationships. Also has a lot of humor in it because of Seth. He's definitely my favorite character. He's just so funny and sarcastic and witty, and I love him. Also, another great point is that it has the best theme song of all time. Definitely highly recommend it if you're looking for a show that's based off of like real life type of things and is very dramatic and has really great relationships. That is the show for you. The next show that I've been watching is definitely a different type of show than I usually watch, and it is The Great British Bake Off. It is on Netflix, but they only have 1 season of it, and it's not even the first season. I really wish they would get some more on there, but I've just heard people talking about it, and I love baking. It feels so different than a lot of the competition shows that I've watched because they're all so nice and they seem to genuinely love each other. I would give The Great British Bake Off probably a 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, and it's just so cool to see the baked goods that they make. Each week there are like different themes and guidelines that they have to follow, and if you like cooking shows or baking shows, then you would definitely like that one. And the next show that I watched is Scream Queens, and I watched this while it was on TV, so I'm not sure where you can watch it. It's not on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's on Hulu or you can watch it online somewhere, but I would give the show probably a 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it a lot, and it's not a show that I would normally watch, but I watched it because Lea Michele is on it, and I love Lea Michele. The creator of the show is the creator of Glee as well, which is my all-time favorite show, and he also does American Horror Story and a few other things. And this is probably like somewhere in the middle between Glee and American Horror Story, just because it is a horror comedy, and American Horror Story is obviously horror, and Glee is comedy. So if you are easily offended, this show is definitely not for you. It is very funny, but it is very offensive humor. The first episode was really offensive. There were some parts where I was like, wow, that's really far, but I think it's toned down throughout the season and it gets a lot better. It gets a lot more funny as opposed to offensive. It's about the sorority, and they're all very rich, beautiful girls, and they're forced to start accepting anyone who wants to be a part of the sorority, and all of these killings start happening by the Red Devil, and you're trying to figure out who it is. It's very funny at the same time, which is a little bit different than most shows like that. And then the next show that I watched is Twisted, and the show is on Netflix, and it only has 1 season, so it's really easy to just binge watch it all in a night or two. This show was on ABC Family, I believe, and it got canceled, which is really upsetting because I love it so much and I want another season, and it left off on a big cliffhanger. And I would give Twisted a 5 out of 5 stars. I actually really loved it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but basically the show starts where there is a boy and 2 girls, and they're probably around 11 years old, and the boy comes out and says that he killed his aunt, and he goes to jail. And then it goes forward to him coming out of jail and going back into high school, and he kind of forms relationships again with those girls that were his friends, and you know, even though they're like hesitant at first and everyone at school is really mean to him because he went to jail for killing his aunt, but there are so many secrets and different things to find out. Why did he kill his aunt? Did he even really kill his aunt? I would suggest it for people that really like Pretty Little Liars or things like that. It has a really hot boy as the main character, which is always a plus. I just love shows where you don't really know what's going on, you kind of have to figure it out. I just think that is so fun. And the next show I watched is The Secret Circle. This is also on Netflix, and there is one season of this, I believe, as well, so you can watch it really fast. I would give this show probably 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it, but I didn't love it. It's about a group of teenagers that find out they are witches, and they live in a place called Chance Harbor, and then one of the girls, who is also a witch, had to move back to Chance Harbor because her mother was killed, and her mother had moved her away from there because her mom is also a witch and all this drama had gone on, but she had to move back with her grandmother, and it kind of completed their circle, and so they had like more power and things like that. And obviously just all of this bad stuff starts happening because they're teenage witches getting into a bunch of trouble. If you really like witches, then you would probably love it. I'm not super into witches or anything, so I didn't really love it that much, but it was still pretty good. And the next show I watched is Gilmore Girls, and this is also on Netflix. Most people have probably seen it, but if you haven't, you have to watch it. It is so good. I never thought that it would be something that I loved, but my friends Katie and Aaron watched it. They loved it so much that it convinced me to watch it, and I love it so much. And this revolves around a mother named Lorelai and her daughter named Rory, and Lorelai had Rory when she was 16, I believe. And Lorelai was born into a very rich family, and she moved out to take care of Rory and to be her own person and raise Rory how she wanted, and her and Rory are best friends. They have such an amazing mother-daughter relationship, and that has to be the best part of the show, just seeing how much they love each other and how much fun they have and just watching all of the things they get up to. They live in this really small Connecticut town called Stars Hollow, and it is adorable, and there are great romantic relationships. Luke and Lorelai are so cute, and I want them to be together so much. And then Rory and Jess are my favorites. I'm obsessed with them. I think that they share so many common interests, and I think that Rory brings out a lot of good in Jess, and I think that Jess really helps Rory to come out of her shell, and I just really highly suggest you watch this show. If you can't tell, I give the show 5 out of 5 stars. The next show that I've been watching is Shadowhunters. I actually haven't finished this show yet. I watched it while it was on TV. I would watch it every Tuesday, and then I went on a cruise, and so I missed a few of them, and then I just didn't really catch up on them yet. I'm going to do that soon. I don't know why, I just haven't been in the mood to watch it. I would give this maybe a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If I had not read the books, I probably wouldn't have continued to watch it. I don't think I'd really suggest it for anyone that doesn't love the Mortal Instruments already, but from what I've seen, didn't think that they followed the books as much as I would have liked, but that I can get past. It's really the acting that I didn't love and the script. To be honest, the acting I think could get so much better with a better script. I've seen some of these actors in other things, and I really liked them, so I think it might be the script, but it's still really fun to watch if you love the Mortal Instruments like I do. Definitely my favorite part of the show has to be Simon. I just think that Alberto does such an amazing job playing him, and I actually really like his character, and I really like how he acts and his lines. There are a few lines in there that are really cheesy for him, but nothing compared to any of the other ones. But if you love the Mortal Instruments, then you've probably already watched this, and if you haven't, then I would definitely suggest it unless you're really attached to it and you don't want to see it ruined. And the next show that I watched is Recovery Road, and this is a new show on Freeform. It premiered around the same time as Shadowhunters came out, and I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It is one of my new favorite shows, and I really hope that it gets picked up for season 2. They haven't said anything on it, so I'm really afraid that it's going to get canceled, and ratings for viewing really didn't do well, especially in comparison to Shadowhunters. So many more people watched that than this, but the ratings for the quality of the show were so high. So many people loved it. I thought they had really good actors, and I just loved all of it so much. It's about this girl, and she gets caught with vodka at school, and so they make her go to a group home rehab type thing, and she's really against it at first. She doesn't want to be there. She just wants to hang out with her friends, and she doesn't think that she has a problem. She just says she likes the party, and there's nothing wrong with that. But throughout the show, she kind of realizes that she does have a problem and she needs to be treated, and she starts to come around and really form relationships with the people in the home. She really starts to understand herself and want to help herself, and it's just so wonderful. I always love shows like that. And if you like The Fosters, then I would say you would definitely really love this show, but you definitely need to watch it. It is so good, and I'm just really hoping for a season 2. And then the last show that I've been watching is one that I just watched a few days ago, and that is Scream, the TV show, and it is so good. I wasn't 100% sold on it at first because I'm not a big horror fan, but my friend Savannah told me that I need to watch it, and I ended up really loving it and getting really into it. It's another one where you like don't know who the killer is, and you have to try and figure it out and come up with theories, and it's just really fun to get into it. And I also loved a lot of the characters. If you love horror, then definitely watch it. And even if you you don't really like horror that much, I think you would probably like it. I definitely go see horror movies in theaters because I think it's fun to watch them, but I'm not like a horror fanatic or anything, and I loved it. And I actually watched the show 2 times through. I watched the whole season, and then I watched it again with my niece Brianna, and she hates horror. She won't watch any horror movies at all. She won't even watch horror commercials or anything, and she really liked it. It is on Netflix and it only has 10 episodes, so you can watch it really fast. I was actually watching it at the same time as my friend Peyton, and there was literally a part where we were Snapchatting each other and we were on the exact same scene, so that was really cool. And I would probably give the show 4.5 out of 5 stars, I would say. I really enjoyed watching it. I feel like I have to see a little bit more to really judge it, because 10 episodes is just not that much. If you're looking for something that's a little bit scary and that's very mysterious, then that is definitely the show for you. It's not too scary. When I watched it by myself, I was terrified, but watching it with Brianna, it really wasn't that bad. So those are all of the shows that I have watched recently. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite show is that I should watch, and let me know if you've watched any of these shows and what you thought of them. And yeah, I hope you like this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!